Unprofessional habits in the office that quietly destroy your career. You think unprofessional behavior means shouting, being rude, or breaking company rules. But the habits that actually destroy careers? They're quiet. They look normal, and most people don't even realize they're doing them. In fact, some of these habits make you look polite, hardworking, even nice, while silently killing your credibility, your growth, and your future. If you've ever felt stuck at work, overlooked, or slowly disrespected, this video will explain why. Why unprofessional is not what you think. Here's the uncomfortable truth no one tells you. In offices, professionalism is not about rules. It's about perception. You can follow every policy, meet every deadline, stay late, never complain, and still be seen as someone who doesn't deserve respect. Why? Because workplaces don't reward effort. They reward signals. And unprofessional habits are not loud mistakes. They're subtle signals that tell people you can be ignored, you can be pushed, you don't need to be taken seriously. Let's talk about the habits that send those signals without you realizing it. The most dangerous unprofessional habits. Number 1, over-explaining everything you do. You think you're being clear, helpful, transparent, but psychologically, over-explaining signals insecurity. When you justify every decision, add long explanations no one asked for, or apologize before speaking, people subconsciously assume if they're explaining this much, they must not be confident. Professionals state, amateurs explain. The more you explain, the less authority you project. Number 2, being always available. Replying instantly, never saying no, always picking up slack. You think this shows dedication, but here's how it's read psychologically. They don't value their own time, so neither should we. Availability does not equal importance. Scarcity does. The people who are respected are not the most available, they are the most selective. Number 3, gossip disguised as bonding. You think you're just talking, sharing, connecting, but gossip, even soft gossip, destroys trust fast. The brain works like this. If they talk about others to me, they'll talk about me to others. Once that association is made, you are no longer safe. You're tolerated, not trusted. Number 4, emotional dumping at work. Oversharing stress, frustration, personal problems. You think honesty builds connection, but offices don't reward emotional transparency. They reward emotional control. The moment people associate you with emotional weight, they unconsciously avoid giving you responsibility, visibility, or leadership. Not because they're cruel, but because responsibility flows to stability. Number 5, letting disrespect slide repeatedly. Laughing off rude comments, ignoring interruptions, accepting unfair treatment silently. You think you're being mature, but the brain reads silence as permission. Every time disrespect goes unchallenged, you teach people this is acceptable behavior toward me. And once that line is crossed, it's very hard to redraw. Number 7, trying too hard to be liked. Agreeing with everything, avoiding conflict, never challenging bad ideas. You think likability creates safety, but in professional environments, excessive agreeableness equals low status. Respect comes from boundaries, not approval. People don't promote the nicest person, they promote the most solid one. Number 8, hiding your work instead of framing it. You finish projects quietly, you hand them off, you disappear again. You think your work will speak for itself. It won't. Silence is interpreted as absence. Professionals frame their contribution. Unprofessional behavior is assuming someone else will notice. Number 8, reacting instead of responding. Immediate emotional reactions, defensive tone, visible frustration. Even if you're right, emotional reactions make you look unreliable. Power flows to people who control the pace of interaction, not the volume. The psychological reasons why these habits form. Here's the deeper truth. Most unprofessional habits come from survival, not stupidity. You learned to stay quiet to avoid conflict, overwork to feel safe, please others to stay included. But survival strategies from earlier life backfire in professional hierarchies. Offices reward self-containment, selective visibility, calm authority. Not effort, not loyalty, not sacrifice. If you don't consciously update your behavior, your nervous system will keep sabotaging you. The shift, what real professionalism looks like. Real professionalism is not cold, it's clear. It looks like speaking briefly but confidently, choosing when to engage, letting silence do the work, setting limits without explanation. You don't need to become aggressive, you don't need to become fake, you just need to stop leaking power unconsciously. Final reality check. Here's the line that changes everything. Being unprofessional doesn't mean you're bad at your job. It means you don't understand the psychological rules of the environment. Once you see those rules, you stop blaming yourself and start moving differently. And that changes how people treat you. If this video felt uncomfortable, good. That means it touched something real. Subscribe if you want to understand the workplace as it actually is, not how it's described in corporate training. And comment below, which habit hit you the hardest? Because awareness is the first step out. Most people lose respect at work quietly, not loudly. Which habit do you see everywhere?